Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, back.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably f*** you before I f*** your chain. Switch it up, this rap pixie dust. Money ain't to us, broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'ma I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Biz starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up, when it's half time she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentleys. Little what's your run up cash, double back. Baby show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, make that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'ma I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'ma I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I
had a dream, I had a vision. I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones.
We're the Game of Cincinnati.
Not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, hey, I got no doubt this life ain't got.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, 2 teams hailing from the AFC, between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Fields this one at the 3. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another game to Judkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action, Sanders. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Dude, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Let's go.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. These guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long here for Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Right, Eddie.
One play action here. Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On 1, ready?
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He is down to the 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
This offense is sending a message, winning the battle up front on consecutive snaps. There's got to be some urgency here defensively. You just can't keep getting walked backward this easily.
Going to the ground again on first. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's Jacobs again on second down. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
Brings up third down
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Third and long. They're going to throw. It's caught. Chase has it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The big play nets them 17 yards. And the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Let's get set. Stop.
Right back to Chase. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on the opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation with your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Ready. Ready. Liking, ready.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. I have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing third and long.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended. So they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throw here, third down. That's caught for the first. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Browns first down.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Seven Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Judkins headed right. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13.
Ready. 19, go.
Another one for Judkins. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
Hold it ready.
The 17-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Hawk 70.
Some
Hawk
movement
70.
there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
To throw now is Sanders. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Okay.
This our last play of the quarter.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Sanders going to look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Ready, ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, but just couldn't quite hang on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Mecole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On 2.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow on the play action. Buying some time left. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that one.
This is ahead for about 5. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Now Burrow. Lasers this one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jarring loose, incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
11. Here we go. Stop.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 2, ready?
So 1st down from the 41. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So 1st down from the 41.
11 MT. Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Higgins downfield, and he has it. Nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. So 20 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Viking 18. Hurt. Right there, Hurt. Ready.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. So they'll decline this and take the result. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. With an extra DB out there now. 3rd down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
And 10 from the 32.
11. Thank you, God.
Here's Burrow. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. Is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
Ready.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Let go. 18 Cardinal. 18. Let go.
Now Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's go. Ready.
3rd down run from Judkins. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Check, man. Check. 3. Ready. 7. Let's go.
Play action. Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Get it. Hot 70. Hot 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Lions. 65 catch. 65 catch. Ready.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80.
Going again here, Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Sanders now on third down. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Go! Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Hurt.
So without a timeout to call, this winds up as a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag.
19 Tiger. Ready. Ready.
Now Sanders. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Browns 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Cleveland.
18 Rattler.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This from 30 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the 2nd best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Here's a return from the 7. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Gun.
Probably looking at our final snap and a half here on 1st down.
Hunt.
Here's a design run. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Right 80.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. Average team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Judkins running between the tackles. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result at 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
And off to Sampson. He pushed for it, but they held strong. It's up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. One that keeps you on schedule, it takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
Let's go. Ready.
Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it.
On the set.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
18.
Sanders going to throw on 4th. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
On 1, ready?
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
It's just set. Stop.
Off the play fake. Burrow. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. This is caught inside the 15. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Bengals have a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Stop.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. We'll call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Felix and UVK sub off on the stop. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. 11. Stop. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11. Stop.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did. What a season this guy's had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, let's go.
On the ground here with Sampson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, he called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
And going play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here we go. Start. Panther 60.
Here he goes, third and long. And he's batted away up front. His throw doesn't even get beyond the line thanks to a well-timed swat there. They're going to face fourth down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Gun. Start. 12. Start.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
First down from the 42.
Here we go.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Ready?
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. Start.
Trying the right side. Trying to win that race to the edge, but the finish line ends up being right where he started, Brock, so no gain on second.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. The mic, characters, not even good actors. What's going to be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go. Start.
Air it out on 3rd. He's caught. Chase has it. And he's brought down at about that 47-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can. Start.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And the stop 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Bengals football, Brock, and they have got to be happy about the lead that they have built so far. All set now. 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go. Here we go. Dahan.
Burrow on the play action. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals keep running away with this. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll give to Sampson here up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Okay.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Viking 18.
Putting a receiver in motion. They'll go play action for Sanders. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Gun. Dahan. Dahan. Turbo shot. Dahan.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here we go. Dahan.
Handoff running left. Jacobs. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go.
He's just set. 180. Dahan.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
We go counter. It's Jacobs. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead.
Round 6. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. He's going to push one deep down the right. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So 2nd down coming up. This goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Cougar, 18, 5 in.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He's trying to go deep again. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Offense in the hurry up here.
18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. And the defender comes away with it. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On one, ready?
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Gun stop.
Dive play straight ahead. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10 from the 32.
12. Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Another carry for him. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals on their way to their 3rd win of the year.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Right 80. Stop.
They're drawn up for it.
Here we go, here we go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Stop.
He's drawn up for it. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
Okay, ready?
So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out.
Hurt. Gravity Lions.
On first down, here's Sanders. Go right side, caught by Fannin. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
60 by 15, Lions. Steady.
Play action, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
13 yards. It's second down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
6 yards.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
60 Bearcats, 60 bucks. Viking 18.
One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. No reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over.